This is 6 Minute English. I'm Sam.
I'm new.
Do you like sex music? New?
Well, when I was younger, and if I had a breakup with a girlfriend, I would listen to sad songs, songs which reflected my mood.
And do you still listen to those songs now?
Not so much, but I do still like them.
Well, it seems as if there might be biological reasons why some of us do like sex songs. We will look at this topic a little more after this week's quiz question, which is about music videos. The music videos has been around for a while, but in what years was MTV the first dedicated dedicated music video channels launched in the US? Was it A 1981, B 1982, or C 1983?
Well,
What do you think, Neil?
I'm going to guess it is the early 1980s.
Well, yes. Care to be more specific?
Well, it was a long time ago. I was just a small boy. I'm going to go for 1982.
Okay, we will have answer later in the program. But first, more about sex songs. Professor Stephen Cowan from Oregon State University has conducted has conducted research in this area, and he discussed it recently on a BBC Web Service radio program, The Rise Factor. He was looking at why some people like sex music and other people really don't like it all. And as he says, they just can't stand it. They believe it's to do with a hormone. A hormone is a neutral chemistry in our bodies which can have an effect on various systems and also emotions. Listen out for them of the hormones he mentions.
One of the things that we were interested in was the difference between people who listen to sad music and who love it, and people who listen to sad music and who just can't stand it. In our research, it started pointing towards a hormone called prolactin. Now, prolactin, as you might have guessed from the name, is associated with lactation from breastfeeding. When people cry, they also release prolactin, and there are circumstances in which prolactin seems to have this comforting effect.
So, which hormones did he mention?
He talked about the hormone called prolactin, which he said was connected to lactation. This is the production of milk by mammals to feed their young.
What he noted was that this hormone can be released when people cry, and in some cases, this hormone has a comforting effect. When something is comforting, it makes you feel better, it calms your emotions. Let's listen again. One of the things that we were interesting, interested in was the difference between people who listen to sad music and who love it, and people who listen to sad music and who just can't stand it. In our research, it started pointing toward a hormone called politics. Now, politics, as you might have guessed from the name, is associated with lactation from breastfeeding. When people climb, they also release prolactin, and there are circumstances in which prolactin seems to have this comforting effect. So, what conclusions did he make about these hormones and how it might be working? Professor Holmes expects.
So the thought was that perhaps what's going on is that the people who are enjoying listening to sad music are receiving something short of excess of prolactin, and people who are listening to sad music and they just find it incredibly sad and unhelpful and they just don't want to listen to it. Maybe they are not getting enough prolactin when they listen to the music.
So what is happening? Or as Professor Holmes said, what's going on?
Well, it seems quite simple, though I'm sure it's very complicated. People who like sad music are maybe getting too much prolactin or more than is normal. He describes this as an excess of prolactin, and maybe people who don't like sad music aren't getting enough.
So the idea is that politics is a hormone which if we find comforting with our bodies, we release it when we hear some sad music. It gives us a good feeling. But if politics is not released or there is not enough of it, we just find the sad music sad and it doesn't help to cheer us up.
I guess so, but you know, emotions are funny things. It's weird to think that our feelings are caused by different natural chemicals that run around the body. Absolutely. Okay, we are going to take another look at today's vocabulary, but first, the answer to this week's quiz. The music video has been around for a while, but in what year was MTV the first de- dedicated music video channel launched in the US? Was it A. 1981, B. 1982, or C. 1983? And Neil, you said. I said it was definitely the early 80s.
Well, you are not once there, but which years exactly?
82?
Oh, well, you will need to beat out a sad song to make you feel better now, because the answer was 1981.
Oh dear, I can feel my prolactin levels dropping already.
I'm sure you can't, but let's move on the vocabulary. If you can't stand something, it means you really don't like it.
And hormone is one of the body's natural chemicals.
And the hormones politics is connected with lactation, which is the production of milk by mammals.
Something that is comforting makes you feel better emotionally.
The phrase "what's going on" has a very simplest meaning to what is happening.
And an excess of something is too much or a more than normal amount of that thing.
Well, before you have an exit of our content, we should wrap up. Thanks for listening, and we hope you will join us again soon. As even, don't forget that you can find more from the BBC Learning English team online across social medias and on our very own apps. Bye for now.
Goodbye.